MOSAIV European student has a Sunbingham University associated with Tesla, and I'm presenting MOSAIV for International Conference on Multimedia Review 2026. The paper was accepted at a grand challenge on multimedia news verification, where we achieved third place. Our talk outline of the talk is given here. During the India-Pakistan conflict in 2025, there were thousands of unverified claims shared on the social media, and there was a lot of misinformation shared by both sides. A failed shutdown was claimed, although the image was generated with AI, and an old MiG-21 crash was circulated and presented as a failed shutdown. There were multiple AI-generated satellite imagery shared by other side to show damage caused by their attacks, and there was no news channel able to verify the claims on both sides. And to verify these claims on social media, it takes manual efforts. So, when a lot of time, hours, and days, verifying and post verifying the geolocation, source tracing, and reversing research requires a lot of work. Although automated fact checking is matured for standard tasks, but multimedia verification still causes a serious threat in modern days. So, a single case in a news channel, a news multimedia news can have multiple modalities like single imagery can be there, social media metadata, geographical information, or maybe news reported by different sources. A single agent breaks down into multiple tasks and it requires to evaluate each heterogeneous signal by itself in a sequential manner. So it has provided the limited context. It sometimes hallucinate on the complex nature of this task. And specifically, the forensics analysis is very hard to handle for a single agent because it has to specialize on the image forensics as well and other tasks as well. So grand challenge in multimedia verification uh, had multimedia content with video, text, and image, and internet search was involved. So there was three stages that were given here with us. In first stage, we were given training and validation sets, and on the final stage, we were given real-world samples. We had to use training sets that were just 50 labeled cases, which where input and output were shared. And based upon this training set, we were to validate first the first validation samples, around 10 samples with only input available. After the validation is confirmed, they would to give us some real world examples that were again 10 live samples that were very different from the training and validation set. While validation was somewhat similar to training. So each report is scored on a 110-point scale by at least 4 professional fact checkers, and the reports were then used to rank each team. The criteria was forensics, sources, GPS tracking, summary, temporal evaluation of the video, motivation, clarity, and evidence. We propose multi-agent LLM swarm where multiple agents were involved on each stage, and each multi-agents has their own parallel tasks going on. So each agent context window would be used to evaluate the news and verify whether it is real or fake. We evaluated on multiple uh, variants of Claude, and we also evaluated on single source image, compared the single source agent with the multi-agent. The evaluation on the multiple verification, multiple artifacts, and multiple news of the validation and the sample shows the multi-agent is performing well. This is the pipeline of the proposed approach. Your phase one contains a prime agent that has the context of 50 training samples, and it creates a context and a skill set that it learns from all of the experience based on the based upon these phases. Phase one, the prime agent has a responsibility to assign tasks to each agent, and those perform web search, forensics analysis, and other tasks. And the phase three actually localize and write the report, and then final report is generated and then verified with the prime agent. Based upon this, the final report is verified, and we will get scored by the different professional fact checkers. This is the detail about prime agent, where we have discussed that we have 50 labels, and then the other agents do the other things: forensics analysis, geolocation, source investigation. The final agent does the final thing of writing the reports, bounding box annotations, and collaborate with the previous agents to do the final annotations and writing the report, then detect and communicating the uh, forensics analysis with the previous agents. As we discussed, there were 50 label data set, 10 validation sets, and 10 uh, real world samples. First, we were used to train the first we trained with the 50 samples. We evaluated the base model and the MOSAIV. We found the proposed model was working better than others. We also compare with the single agent here on some single ID and see what it shows. Opus 4.6 was doing very well, while other were doing less better, less GPS uh, localization, and they were not performing well. And also, single agent was not able to do well because it might be hallucinating. These are some samples of satellite imagery that we sourced, and we uh, also do draw some binding localization of the exact location of the source of the event. We achieved third place. These are the scoreboard, and with this, we can see we have qualified about for the finalized team. After the validation set evaluation, we will move to the next stage, and this is the final result from us. In conclusion, we found that three-shot learning and priming and parallel case level verification through multiple agents perform well. And, and also, our study shows that Claude family without priming still fails on GPS, but when we do priming and add a multi-agentic system with swarms, we do well on news verification. Thank you. If you have any question, you can reach out.